Imagine two people receiving the exact same paycheck. They both earn the same amount. They live in the same city. They even have similar lifestyles. But 20 years later, one of them is a millionaire. The other is still living paycheck to paycheck. So what happened? Was it luck? A higher salary? A secret investment strategy? Not really. In most cases, the biggest difference is how they think about money. Millionaires don't just earn money differently, they think about money differently. And once you understand their mindset, you start to realize something powerful. Becoming wealthy is often more about thinking than earning. Today we're going to break down how millionaires actually think about money, based on research, psychology, and real-world examples. 1. Millionaires think in assets, not purchases. Most people think about money in terms of what they can buy. New phone, better car, bigger house. But millionaires think differently. They think in terms of assets. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket. This idea was popularized by Robert Kiyosaki in the famous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He explained that wealthy people focus on acquiring income-producing assets like stocks, businesses, real estate, while many people spend their money on liabilities, things that cost money every month. This simple shift in thinking changes everything. Instead of asking, "What can I buy?" millionaires ask, "What can this money buy that will pay me back?" 1. Millionaires focus on long-term thinking. One of the biggest differences between wealthy people and everyone else is time horizon. Most people think about money in weeks or months. Millionaires think in decades. Legendary investor Warren Buffett is a perfect example. He famously bought his first stock at 11 years old and still holds many investments for decades. Buffett once said his favorite holding period is forever. Why? Because the longer money stays invested, the more powerful compound growth becomes. Historically, the S&P 500 has averaged about 10% annual returns over long periods. That means money invested for decades can grow dramatically. For example, $10,000 invested at 10% annually becomes $26,000 in 10 years, $67,000 in 20 years, $174,000 in 30 years. That's the power of time. And millionaires understand that wealth is usually built slowly, not overnight. 1. Millionaires value ownership. Most people spend their money on products. Millionaires focus on owning things. Ownership is one of the biggest wealth-building tools in the world. Instead of just shopping on companies like Amazon, wealthy investors often buy shares of the company itself. Instead of just working for a business, they try to own part of the business. Ownership creates something powerful, passive income. When you own assets like stocks, businesses, or real estate, they can generate income without requiring constant work. That's why many wealthy people aim to build multiple streams of income. 1. Millionaires control lifestyle inflation. Here's something surprising. Many millionaires actually live below their means. Research by Thomas J. Stanley found that most wealthy people are not flashy spenders. In his famous book, The Millionaire Next Door, Stanley discovered that many millionaires drive normal cars and live in modest homes. Why? Because they understand a dangerous financial trap called lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation happens when your spending increases every time your income increases. You get a raise, and suddenly, upgrade your car, upgrade your house, upgrade your vacations. Before long, your expenses rise just as fast as your income. Millionaires avoid this trap by keeping their lifestyle controlled while increasing investments. 1. Millionaires see money as a tool. For many people, money represents status, luxury items, expensive brands, showing success. But millionaires usually see money differently. They see money as a tool that can buy freedom, time, opportunities. Many wealthy entrepreneurs focus on building systems that allow them to control their time. For example, Elon Musk built companies like Tesla and SpaceX by constantly reinvesting money back into innovation and growth. For him, money was never just about spending. It was about building something bigger. 1. Millionaires invest in knowledge. Another major difference is how millionaires invest in learning. Many successful people read constantly about business, investing, and economics. For example, Bill Gates is famous for reading dozens of books every year. Knowledge compounds just like money. The more you learn about investing, markets, and business, the better financial decisions you can make. This creates a powerful advantage over time. 1. Millionaires. Understand risk differently. Many people think millionaires are huge risk takers, but the truth is more complicated. Wealthy investors don't necessarily take more risk. They take calculated risk. Instead of gambling money, they study opportunities carefully. For example, when Jeff Bezos started Amazon, he knew that the internet was growing rapidly. He made a calculated bet on the future of online commerce. Millionaires often think about risk in a different way. They worry more about missing opportunities than about temporary losses. 1. Millionaires. Focus on growth, not just saving. Saving money is important, but saving alone rarely creates massive wealth. Millionaires focus on growing money, not just storing it. This usually involves investing in stocks, businesses, real estate, innovations. The goal isn't simply to protect money. The goal is to multiply it. That's why many wealthy individuals prioritize investments that have long-term growth potential. Final thought. The biggest difference between wealthy people and everyone else is not always income. It's mindset. Millionaires think about money as a tool, an investment, a long-term strategy, instead of something to spend immediately. They focus on ownership, discipline, and patience. And over time, these small mental shifts lead to massive financial differences. Because in the world of money, your thinking today often determines your wealth tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content about money, investing, and financial freedom. Because sometimes the most powerful financial change you can make is simply changing the way you think about money.